Soon it will be. What are we doing? We are removing our steering wheel again on our truck because we're changing that turn signal switch. This one kind of works, but yesterday it was freaking out again, then it stops just for a second. And it went ding 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 ding. 3 fast clicks and then it evened out. The switch is messed up. And then the right side started doing it too. This just has bad contacts on it. So we're going to try to replace this thing with our made in Taiwan, or at least we'll see if it's the right part. There's 2 part numbers. I think I have the right one. I might not though. If it's wired differently, then it's I have the wrong one. We'll see. Take it apart again. I feel like I just did this yesterday. Wait, I did it. Alright, that's our steering wheel puller, OTC part number 7403. Comes with all these bolts. There's your little puller. I used to rent these from the parts store, but it gets to be a pain in the ass. They don't have them in stock. So I just bought this for 10 bucks. So now if I want to take off my steering wheel at 3 a.m. when the store is closed, I can. If you have the same puller, we'll be using these 2 short little bolts and the 2 further these 2 slots. And of course our puller. The other bolts just don't fit for other makes and models. Okay, there's actually this one. Yeah, there are 3 holes, but you only use 2 of them, and the other hole right there, the green thing, that's your horn little button. But yeah, that's how you set it up. Pretty simple. You just screw them down and put a turn on that one, turn on that one, and start tightening it down. I didn't show you the removal process of the nut. It's over there, and there's a little safety clip next to it. The nut is a 21 millimeter, so keep that in mind. Anyway, I think with our, is it? Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch. It's a 1/2 inch all around. So let's give those a little, make them tight, and then start cranking down on that nut. Okay, and I'm supporting the steering wheel with my knee, and I'm cranking down on it. And as you see, I already popped it off the spline. Steering wheel's loose. Look at that. Bink. Comes off as easy as that. Now you have this little snap ring over there. This thing's getting beat up. I had this off probably 10 times now. And you have to press this plate down. It's your locking plate. I have a tool for that as well. Okay, this is your lock plate removal tool. You can use the smaller piece. You can use the silver or the green. They both fit. Or you can use the longer U. I'll show you how to set it up in a second. You gotta press down this plate so you can get that snap ring out. You can use a block of wood too, but you'll be here all day. It's not even worth it. Buy the special tool. I think Lysel made this. It was cheap, maybe, I don't know, 15 bucks. First set it up, you screw on one of these little sleeves on the threads until it's about halfway on, because you need to thread in this long center bolt. Then simply just install the tool so it's like this until the center bolt's bottom all the way down. Then you start cranking it down with this nut. Okay, get this whole thing set up. I'm gonna give this side, this bolt side with my 1/2 inch. Snug it down. That's good. And then this is our tensioning nut right here. As you see, as we go down, that snap ring gets exposed. You only do it a little tiny bit. You don't have to go nuts. As you see, it's already loose, so we can start working on it. I'm gonna give it another little turn. Give us extra room. Now we can start prying that snap ring off. I couldn't make a video of me doing this, but with 2 flathead screwdrivers, I just got around the sweet spot of the snap ring and worked it off. That's really the only way you can get those off. You can use snap ring pliers. It does help to get one side started. You just get in between it and give them a little squeeze, like so, but it's not going to work because all the pressure's on it right now. But then you just basically pop this thing like that. You can move it all the way up the splines. Again, it's hard. Take our screwdriver again, and you want to get it in this little slot right over here. So as you take the compressor off, it'll come off really easy. See? Keep on bumping it up. Boom, right there. now you can get it off. If you ever take apart on these transmissions in like a GM or American car, there's tons of snap rings the same way, and they're most time consuming of the whole job and getting them off. But that's how we do it. Now we gotta take our lock plate compressor tool off, and we can see what's underneath. Oh yeah, before I take this lock plate off, I would like to add that when you're working with the snap ring, be very, very careful of this snap ring. Be very careful of this horn button right here, because what you want to do, it depends if you've taken it off before the snap ring, sometimes it could be right underneath there. So you want to kind of maneuver it so you have an area to work on it that's away from that ring. Because if you hit this little plastic thing with the screwdriver, you're going to break it, and then you're going to need a new one. So just be, whatever, keep that in mind when you're messing around with this thing to save yourself a couple bucks. You don't have to replace that. So after snap ring, really should replace these. I use this thing too much. See, it's kind of oval shaped, but I'll probably never replace it until the steering wheel falls off. Haha. Okay, now we're taking the lock plate off. Lock plate. Plastic cover, and there's your lock plate. See all these little things in there lock into this, which locks the steering column. When you turn the key on, this little rod pops in so you can turn the wheel freely. They sometimes break too, and this is your horn ring. Okay, to get the switch out, push up on these wires, and look at that, the switch is coming out. And we're going to see if we have the right one or not. And you know what? We have a different design. The wires run around this way instead of that way. Huh. New bar's right. I might not replace the switch and get the other model. I just might do that. Oh no. Because the wires... Yeah, I think the wires will interfere when they run around this way. There's two different designs. I gave the wrong one. Oh well. So that goes it for a switch replacement. Until next time, when we get the other part. Those are the springs that break too. They're pretty easy to get out. Canceling cam springs. But probably just gonna clean up that switch some more and see what happens. Yep, that sucks. And that may be crazy, maybe not. This is our new switch I got. As you see, we get a wire running like this. It runs all the way around it. This one, the green and yellow, this is just tucked in behind the switch, so it is a little bit different. The other part number listed, it looks more like this, not like this. So it could work, maybe it won't. But you know what? I'm picky. I want the same exact thing. It looks physically the same. Instead it has that wire running around. I don't know, I kind of don't like the way the wire runs around. Also, this switch is made in Taiwan. The other switch, I believe, is made in Mexico. See? Look at this crap. Wow, that's your part number. I think it's D308 was the other part number, perhaps? No, D6. What was it? D308D? I don't know, something like that. Or 0308. So, that's what we're gonna do. Until then, we're cleaning up that one again. This project's never gonna end. Crazy. I kind of took this apart just to realize that the switch, I wanted to see what design I had, and sure enough, it's different. Sucks. So there's your little switch assembly. There's the other switch assembly. It looks different. Yeah. The other one looks more the same. The 81 or 308. So we'll get that one. We'll be back. Damn. It's good I can return anything. Well, let's see another difference here too. You see this tab? This one does not have it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. There's the wires running. Where are the wires on this one? They run back that way. I'm going to try the other switch. I'm crazy. And I really like for it to be the same as what it was. So I'll get that for now. And inside here, that's your wiper switch right there. You got to get it from the back though. I'm pretty sure that this one clips right there. Well, that's how it was in a tilt column. I don't know. And that's how you get this whole bowl off. I was gonna play with that, play around this bearing, but I don't know, not today. I don't feel like it. Maybe when I do the whole job, I will. Oh, another thing too that could be causing a short too. You see those wires that go run through the column? Should really check all that. They can be chafed too, causing a fast click. But yeah, that's it. I think those two are your grounds too, right there. You see it goes to the ignition switch, or one's power, one's ground. And that's what energizes the whole thing. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me. I'm just a whatever. But yeah. So sending back this one. That sucks. Get the other one made in Mexico. At least it's not Taiwan. I'd rather have a Mexican truck than a Taiwan made in Maku, like a Hot Wheels car. So that's it. Sorry, this video kind of sucks, but it gets you an idea of how to do this. This is my steering column shaft. There's a little bit of play. You hear it when you turn, it goes dunk 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 dunk. It was a lot worse. It all happened when it was snowing out and two-wheel drive and snow. And I'm whooping the wheel this way, that way, this way, that way, so I don't crash into a tree. And that's when this thing let go. I was just turning the wheel like a maniac, and it was clicking and never was the same. But yeah, that's your high beam little rod. Hits your switch. That can probably break off too. But yeah, let me put this thing back together. We'll clean up the switch again, enough rambling, and we'll get the other one. So I was right. Okay, comparing a couple more things to the switch that was supposedly the right for this truck. The four-way switch was different. This little piece, this has an internal piece that pops in and out. The other piece had a whole big assembly off the side that went in and out. And I don't know if you can see it over there. That's your left little contacts. They're all black in there. See that? Right side's not so bad, but I've been pulling all black junk still. So I'm just thinking that's what makes it cause fast. I mean, blink. That's the cause that makes it blink fast. Is that there's a little crap in this, the contacts. We'll try to clean up some more. Probably didn't do such a good job last time. It was kind of a rush job, but we'll see what we can do now. Maybe we'll fix it, maybe not, and then we'll get the other part, yada yada yada, and or just bring it to the junkyard. Okay, we clean this thing again. Holy crap, service engine season. Yeah, so see, click's still fast on the left now and then. Yeah, when you first click it, it does it. Right's fine. Go slow. Fine. Go like a maniac. Oh man. Doesn't matter if the headlights on or headlights off. There we go, headlights off, still does it. I'm going to do this a couple times, take it apart again, try to clean it on that contact right over there. Okay. Somewhere in there is a bad spot. Right side's fine. Alright, let's take it apart again. I picked out a lot of black crap in there, see if we can get some more out. Who knows, maybe we can fix it, save ourselves $25. Now that I'm thinking about this state too, no one even uses turn signals, but why am I going nuts trying to fix this? I don't know. Must be bored. Anyway, I got the arm out again. Let me unbolt those screws. So you can do it manually. It's kind of tricky though. Nope, can't do it. Oh, you gotta hit it over there. Yep. Other side. Force. Okay, again our contacts look like crap after a couple uses. You know what would have worked? Electric contact cleaner in a can, but I do not have any. I'm really not going to be able to take a ride to the parts store right now. Just going to use some rubbing alcohol, see what it does, and if not, I don't know what to say. We tried. Get the other part maybe, but it'd be cool if I can fix this thing. Nice to reuse original parts. Okay, we cleaned up this thing as best we can. We greased it, we cleaned it with some rubbing alcohol. It works a little bit better, still has a ton of issues. Putting back a horn ring, it just kind of goes like that. Remember its orientation. And this lock plate has to go on like this. Then you gotta keep jiggling it. There's a spot, you see? Spot where it's wider and it locks into the steering column. You see right there. It won't go any other spot. Try it, try it, try it. Nope, 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 nope. Right there. That's where it goes. And then I was to set up our where it went, our lock plate tool right there. Good, but yeah, has to go. Okay, before you put your lock plate on, put your snap ring on, and try to wedge it over this groove. You need some tools to do that, so I'll do it right now. Okay, with the help of a screwdriver, we slid it over. First groove until almost the second groove, but you have to compress the lock plate for it to pop on the second groove. So, set up our tool. Okay, we are set up and we are tightening the lock plate until we get the light. It's getting dark out fast. Until we can get that groove. We're still going to go down some more. Pain doing this. With one hand. The camera in the other. As you see as we go down, distance, the little groove starts to show. About 2 more turns, we shall have enough. Okay, see we're good now. Let's slide that lock ring on with a screwdriver. Okay, with a pretty big shadow in the way, we got our lock ring on, or snap ring, what am I keep calling it, a lock ring. Put back off on your lock plate tool, and that floppy piece of junk actually stays in there. Surprising. See? Look, it's in. It's in. And as you see, the snap ring is kind of by the horn thing, so when I move it next time, I gotta kind of maneuver it around a bit, but it's staying in there. Right over there. Cool. Let's take this contraption off and put our wheel back on. When you are done with your lock plate tool, assemble it like so you won't lose any of the pieces. It doesn't come in the package like that, but I kind of figured out if you put the nut on the end like it should be, and then you put the large one, and then you stack the smaller one over that, then you put the silver one going this way, so this is the open end, this is the closed end, and that's the closed end, that's an open end, so you just thread it on halfway, it all locks together, stays tight. You're never going to lose any pieces. Pretty cool. That's how you do it. But yeah, we're on with that. Let's put our wheel on and see if this thing works. It's probably going to screw up again, but we tried this time and we got the wrong part, so we didn't really know until we had it apart for the second time, so it might be a third time soon. We'll get it. Just put a tilt column in. I can't find one. I keep on taking them too fast from the junkyard. Yeah. Okay, now I got our steering wheel. You see close, there's a little dash in there. When you put the thing on, line it up with your horn button. And if you look closely, the camera can even pick it up, you're going to see a little mark on the steering wheel and a mark on the shaft. And they're going to line up to about that little mark on your post on the steering shaft to describe them from the factory. But when they all line up, you're good, because you can put this on any way you want, I believe. Yeah, maybe this has a flatten it, I'm not sure. Some of them are any way you want. But yeah, do that. Okay, that's your nut to hold the steering wheel on. And if you look closely, that side, is it this side? No, I think it was, that side's a little more worn than the other. That was contacting the wheel. And this side it was not, it was more rounded, so that's the way I usually put it. And it's probably a self-locking nut. You should only use it once, but I've used it millions of times, and yeah, haven't lost a wheel yet. Put your 21mm socket on it and start cranking it down. Hold the wheel too, so you don't put pressure on the lock plate. When you get it good and tight, torque it down. I think the torque spec's around like 40 foot-pounds. I put it at 38 just because my torque wrench is. Then when you're done, put the safety clip on. This kind of screws on. You can assist it using your snap ring pliers. The horn connection basically is a quarter turn thing. You push in and turn, locks in. It's locked in. Pop the cap back on. Alright, so I got a box in the mail. This will be my last part to my turn signal switch ordeal. Look at that. You got one that's black and white now. It's made in Mexico. Has the proper wiring orientation. Does not have that weird little prong that the first one had. And the 4-way switch is correct. Pretty sure it's gonna work. You know, it moves and everything. Think. You know, contacts aren't worn to shit like mine. And what? Here's your part number. Made in Mexico. Switch. So that's the part number. It's the correct one. What is it? 27 bucks. And yeah. That's it. Product of Mexico. Maybe it's edible. It's like the food you eat.